Oh, good morning. Well, it's been a bit of a rush this morning. I spent an hour last night planning where I was going this morning, planning the day's itinerary so I didn't have to go back to the hotel at any point. Excuse me, wheezing like I've got 100 a day habit. I've had a bit of a rush. The Google Maps said it was 28 minutes from hotel to my location. So I duly got up at 5:30, left the hotel at 6, thinking I'd be here for 6:30, which is an hour before sunrise. No, my satnav decided it was bloody 3/4 of an hour. And then obviously I didn't know where I was going. I had a vague idea, and I'm not in the spot that I wanted to be in. I've seen it, so I shall go there after sunrise. But this is the top of Passo Giau. That's probably not pronounced right, but it's as close as I can get. Now just look at that. I've no idea what the mountain range is, but that covering of snow looks absolutely superb. Now the subject that we're shooting is this mountain range here. I'm not convinced on the composition that I've got. I've got the path leading up to the refugio, and that then leads up to the bottom of the mountain. That's coming in the bottom left-hand corner. It's kind of left-hand heavy, but it will do. Sun is coming up over there. Sorry, I am absolutely shattered. My rucksack weighs about 12 kilograms, and I am not the fittest person ever. That was some walk up this morning. Whew. Short, but steep. So I'm set up. Oh, you can't see, it's gone into darkness, just over there. That little light spot you can see is where I was supposed to be. But I'll go down there in a bit. It actually kind of looks frozen. It was 11 degrees when I left the hotel, and it's 1 degree up here. And I remembered the road that I came up on, the SP638. It was the road that I came in on when I came here last year. And completely unrecognisable because it is free of snow. It was amazing. I struggle to remember it, but it's the most amazing, I don't know, 5 to 7 kilometres of switchback after switchback after switchback. Bloody amazing. So, the aim is for the sun to come up over here. As you can see, my face is illuminated. And like the side of these up, there's a little bit of low-lying mist. Not as much snow on the top as I would have liked. But I'm happy enough. And then once we've got first light out of the way, I shall take a wander down to the lake. It kind of looks a bit mucky, so maybe I haven't missed anything. But I'm shooting at f14. I currently have a reverse grad on, ISO 100. Probably about 25mm on the 17 to 55 lens. And 4 seconds. That's obviously going to decrease as the ambient light increases. But yeah, what an absolutely stunning place. Oh. There was a massive cloud inversion here yesterday, the same as I got when I was up at Tresim. And in the distance, now that could be in the area of Tresim. My sense of direction isn't that good, as you know. So yeah. I had a fabulous day yesterday, apart from the evening when I did a, 3 or 4 mile hike. Got halfway to where I wanted to go, but the weather wasn't going to let up. You couldn't see 20 foot in front of you. So I thought better of it and headed back down. And it was rainy and murky, but hey, who cares? And it hammered it down last night. Really did. And it was supposed to rain this morning. Hopefully it got it all out of its system last night. So I'm going to go and take some images, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Oh, I've got my breath back slightly. We didn't get the stunning colour that I'd hoped for this morning, and it looked promising, and we've got all the right ingredients. We've got some nice light high level cloud. We'd had rain last night. There's barely a breeze. But I don't care. It's still a very, very picturesque scene. I've just walked slightly further up the hill, I've done a vertical composition with the peak there and the pathway leading you into it. And now I'm back in portrait, but I'm shooting that, whoops, where are we? That section of the mountains. There's a pesky drone up here, I swear he's following me around. I don't use mine because I feel antisocial using it, it's really weird. I'm sure I will get it out again at some point, but anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I can't remember. Yes, 6 stop in because we've got some clouds, very, very light movement in the clouds. And there's compositions opening up all over the place. We've got this fabulous wiggly road leading you down. The sky's a bit pants, but masses of beautiful yellow larch trees coming down here, so that might work. And then in the distance, we've got the snow-covered peaks there, and we've got another kind of inversion going on there, and some low cloud, with the light just catching, so that might also make a composition. And I am going to wander down to the lake and see if I can get anything down there. I'm just doing battle with this remote trigger. That's better. I obviously wasn't... No, decided the long exposure really doesn't work on that. The cloud's too blocky and it's just turning to mush, which is not really the plan. So I shall take that out. It's not as busy up here as I thought it would be, and it's frosty underfoot. Everything's got a very faint white colouring to it. So I say this holiday is a holiday, and it's not all about vlogging, it's about me relaxing and taking photos. Relaxing, she says, getting up at stupid o'clock every morning. And for those of you that are interested, the holiday was cheap as chips. I booked it on the spur of a moment, about 7 months ago, and I got flight, car hire, hotel, 550 quid, which I thought was fairly good. Food-wise, I don't eat out. I called at the local supermarket. I've stocked up on muesli bars, yogurts, bread, marmalade, tea bags, and little pots of like, oh, it says salad, polo salad, little bits of chicken in salad. And that's about all I eat. The plan is I might actually lose some weight while I'm away, combined with a lot of walking. So the whole holiday is cheap as chips. I use my money for fuel. That's the important bit for me. The hotel is the same one as I was in last year, à la Lynne, which is why I've not shown it to you, because you can nip back to the video that I'll link up here and have a look at that. I'm in a nicer room. A little bit annoyed the guy isn't providing me breakfast in my room this time, which is frustrating. But I've just brought food with me and I'll sit in the car and have that when I'm finished shooting. Back again. I've changed composition again very slightly. I've moved, I was over there, and now I've come nearer to the road. The road is just down here. Restaurant, I think that's a Refugio. And you probably not see this, but you get my finger in the right place. Just about there, there's a hut. What a bloody stonking view that must have. So I've tried a few different things. At one point we had some lovely mist coming up over here, just sliding up or gliding up over those hills. We're now getting some nice side light on this, and what I'm waiting for is this mass of larch trees to just catch the sun. It's going to be about another 5 minutes, I think, but we're starting to get some nice light on the side of this mountain. So I've got the Refugio kind of bottom third, a little bit of the path, then the Refugio, then the path that leads up. We've got some beautifully dramatic skies, lovely white clouds, bit of blue, only filters I've got on, which I'm hoping aren't misting up. Might need to give those a bit of a wipe. I've got a 0.6 pulled all the way down. A 6 stop was too much. Although now the clouds have broken up, it might work better. So I've got a 0.6 pulled all the way down and a reverse 0.6 as well. And that's just giving me, what are we on? 3 seconds. No, 0.3 of a second. Which is working well. Let's have a look at that one. I always keep the rear screen set to highlights, so I get the little blinkies if I've overexposed anything. Because you don't get the histogram in live view on the Nikon. Certainly not on the Nikon D7200. And it's just clipping the highlights in that corner, but it is very, very slight, so I'm not worried about that. That will pull back in post without any issues. And I think I quite like that. We have considerably more photographers about. We've got about 6 up there, and I've got a guy to my right. And I still haven't made it to the pond, but I'm going to. Well, I've finally made it round to what's known, apparently it doesn't have a proper name, but it's known as the Passo Giau pond. No prizes for guessing why I'm here. The outside of the pond is quite manky. It's a cattle watering hole, and you can see the reflections aren't quite perfect because that part of the pond is frozen. I've tried really down low, and now I'm trying quite up high, because I'm picking up the reflections of the mountains there. Beautiful clouds on that side as well. Quite a tricky exposure, because the foreground is quite dark, the mountains are quite bright, and the clouds are even brighter. So it's a reverse grad, 0.6, f14, and I was on about half a second. I've now popped the 10 stop in. I don't think it's going to do any good, but I thought I'd try, see what's what. And I did quite fancy doing a selfie here, but the light's not in the right position. I need the light to come down on this piece of the banking. I've legged it round there twice to try and get in frame, but it's just too dark. I'm just going to go and see how this exposure's doing. As I say, it's a 10 stop, so it's going to be quite a long one. Oh, actually, that's pretty damn perfect. And we're getting some cloud movement. Let me just tell you what we've got settings-wise. 125.2 seconds. That's at f14, ISO 100. I'm on the 10-20 lens, and I'm at 10mm, bang on. I'm not even getting... Normally get a bit of vignetting. We can't see it on... Oh, I am. Bottom right-hand corner, just a little bit of vignetting. And just a very, very tiny amount of blowout on the clouds in the centre, but nothing that really isn't rescuable. Yeah, I quite like that. Oh. So that's been a rare old morning of running around. But definitely a worthwhile trip. And I was just speaking to a Czech guy on my way down here. And it doesn't look very far. I was up there. It's very downhill and uphill. Oh, I've got using muscles I didn't know I had. He was saying this can be a slightly better sunset location. So I'm thinking that might work well tonight. I might alternatively head back up to Lake Arunzo. I think that was on the one I was at. Put my teeth in. The one I was at on the first evening, because I'd missed the best of the sunlight hitting those mountains. So if it looks promising tonight, I might just head back up there. Right. Onwards and upwards.